Welcome to another Christian Streamer Conversations. This one is called Hypocrisy. Sounds kind of weird because you start thinking about what's he going to talk about. Hypocrisy? I mean, what? First off, I'm a hypocrite. We're all hypocrites, okay? So there. Reminder, conversation is an oral exchange of sentiments, observations, opinions, or ideas. An instance of such exchange, an informal discussion of an issue by a representative of governments, institutions, or groups. An exchange. That's the definition. So that's where conversations now. We might be... I still want to do future content with other people too, but, you know. Hypocrisy. First, we are all hypocrites. There's a mic drop there, right? Each and every one of us, okay? Most Christians know they are hypocrites. The church is, after all, a place where hypocrites are welcome. It's a place where hypocrites congregate. It's where hypocrites are hanging out, okay? Because guess what? Every single human being on the face of this planet, past, present, and future, are hypocrites. The only one who wasn't was Jesus Christ. Hypocrites. Nah, I know what you're going to say. I'm not a hypocrite. Really? Can you honestly say you're not a hypocrite? Can you honestly say you've never done something that shows a smack of hypocrisy? We all are, okay? We all are. That's why, you know, the recognition of that you are a hypocrite is so important, okay? We have to make sure that... I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Just all that was Tyrion's prayer. You calling me a hypocrite? Unfollow. Yep, there you go, okay? I'm not a hypocrite. Flips table. Unfollow. Yeah, we're all hypocrites, okay? I'm a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. We're all hypocrites, okay? If you don't recognize that, then you're talking to me. You're sinless. And I'm sorry. We're all hypocrites, okay? We who are hypocrites recognize we're hypocrites. And that's where we struggle. We pray to God to help us not to be hypocrites. We pray to God that we don't do the hypocrisy, but we do it. We do it, okay? Second, I think we can minimize our hypocrisy tendencies, okay? We can minimize our hypocrisy tendencies. Now, mostly that comes from being a servant of God and praying for it, okay? But we're always going to be hypocrites, and that's where you're coming in. You're going to say you're going to say sorry. What's going on, right? We're all hypocrites. I've seen it. The thing is about Twitter theology is you see it. You see it. Oh my gosh, you know, I've seen it in Twitch streams. I've seen it in Twitter theology. I've seen it in Facebook. I've seen it in social media. I see it in real life, okay? We are all hypocrites, okay? And that's the problem, you know, that we all... And the reason why I'm mentioning this, I'm not trying to call you out as a hypocrite. I'm not trying to call you out being a hypocrite. Is the fact that I want people to recognize that they're a hypocrite. I want people to recognize their hypocrisy. And they will stop and they'll back off and say, oh, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Jesus said, do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how you can say to your brother, let me take this speck out of your eye when there is a log in your own eye? You hypocrite. First take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. Matthew 7, 2-5. So Jesus is very clear, okay, that, you know, we're hypocrites. And guess what? We are all with that, you know, speck and log. You notice one thing that God said, okay? Jesus said very clearly was, take the log out of your eye first before you can help take out the speck of your neighbor or your friend, your brother or sister, okay? He doesn't say to not take it out, but to recognize your own sin first, your own hypocrisy first, your own log in your own eye, okay? When you're out there making a Twitter comment and you're just sticking there with a log in your eye, wow. When you're out there making a social media comment, you know, and not realizing that there's log in your eye, but you're calling out someone else's speck, wow. It's just not. That hypocrisy exists, okay? I'm saying this because I want people to recognize that they can find a way to out hypocrisy by giving it to God, letting Him take care of you, and being there for you, okay? You know, we all have logs in our eyes, okay? All of us have logs in our eyes. You know, and we try, and God tells us, take them out first, we can help somebody else out first, okay? Hypocrites making hypocritical statements showing their hypocrisy while pointing out other hypocrites' hypocrisy. You've seen it. You've seen it. It's there, okay? People are unable to see their own hypocrisy. Divisive people being divisive while pointing out other divisive people's divisiveness. They're unable to see their own divisiveness. Intolerant people making intolerant statements showing their intolerance while pointing out other intolerance. People are unable to see their own intolerance. I've seen it. People are like, well, I'm a very tolerant person. All right, it's cool, gang. But the tolerant people say they're intolerant of intolerant people. Wait, if you're saying you're intolerant of intolerant people, that means you're intolerant too. No, I'm not. I'm tolerant. But you just said you're intolerant of intolerant people. It's the logic that breeds hypocrisy. It's a logic that people don't recognize, okay? I'm not trying to make people feel bad. I just want people to wake up. I'm not trying to make people get mean or vindictive, whatever. I want people to just wake up and be able to recognize their own sin, their own hypocrisy, their own faults, so they make sure that when they're doing anything to help someone out with their speck in their own eye, a speck in someone else's eye, they take out their log first. Too many people don't take out their log first. They do not take out their log first. They just immediately go ahead and try to take the speck out. And what happens? You have a log in your eye. Can you imagine having a log in your eye, turn out a speck? You can't see it. You might even poke the other person harder with that log in your eye. You might even drive your log deeper into your own eye. Oh my gosh, you know, it's just not. You gotta be recognition of who you are. I say it because I've seen it on Twitter. And it just like, it galls me when I see someone making a comment in a statement. I'm going, you just said something exactly opposite of what you're trying to convey because you're a hypocrite. You're saying exactly the opposite. As a matter of fact, you're making the statement against yourself, okay, by the statement you made in Twitter, you know? And guess what? When you point fingers at someone, there are 3 pointing back at you. When you point a finger at someone, 3 are pointing back at you. So guess what? Take that log out of your own eye first. Admit you're a hypocrite. Pray to God that you will stop being a hypocrite, and then you can look at the speck in someone else's eye, okay? Because one of the things that I want to make sure that people also recognize is that rebukes are loving, okay? Remember that. Rebukes are loving. You know, you got to accept the rebuke and treasure someone caring enough to rebuke you. To say you're being a hypocrite. Yes, there are trolls who just want to show how much they know their Christianese, okay? They're out there saying, look at me, I'm a holy roller. I know all the Bible books, right? Look at me, I'm so smart, and you don't know anything, right? So yeah, we know they're out there, okay? But they're far and few between, okay? Most people are in the family who want to point out that which you want to know is wrong. I want to know what is wrong. I treasure and respect and love the rebukes I get to remind myself, you know, of these things, okay? So, hypocrisy. Check out the further adventures of Kennethan by liking and subscribing and watching me live on twitch.tv/Kennethan.